Game 1 for the Georgia Southern Eagles saw Boise State come to town, the highest graded group of 5 team heading into the season. Clay Helton and the Eagles knew it would be a challenge, but a sold-out Paulson Stadium was hoping to shock the 13-point spread. You needed your fan in this one, a real feel of more than 100 degrees this afternoon. Clay Helton, he's a perfect 8-0 in home openers as a head coach in his career. But in the first quarter, it was looking like that record was going to see its first blemish. We saw a lot of this today. I want to introduce you to Ashton Jeanty. He had quite possibly the greatest individual performance I have ever seen in person. He had 2 first-quarter touchdowns. The Broncos led it by 14 after 15 minutes. Early minutes of the second quarter, J.C. French and the Eagles get their first 6. He pitches it to Jalen White to cap off a 9-play, 50-yard drive. It's White's 3rd straight season opener with a score. Broncos leading 21-9 at the 2:33 mark of the second quarter. Jeanty makes it 4 first-half touchdowns. He's going to count them for us. 1, 2, 3, 4. 28-9, the Broncos looked like they were galloping into the break with some momentum, but J.C. French worked the 2-minute drill to perfection. Dalen Cobb finishes it with this catch. It brought the game back to 2 scores. The Eagles would get the ball back to start the half at 28-16. That second half ended up being a doozy. Georgia Southern solidified the momentum on their first drive, 75 yards, 8 plays. French running in his first career rushing touchdown. After getting their first lead, Eagles let Jeanty back in the end zone. He ended the day with 269 yards and 6 touchdowns. 2-point try makes it 36-30. Next drive, for one of the few times today the Eagles stretching the field, French finds Derwin Burgess Jr. for one of his 4 catches on the afternoon. The field flips for the 4th. On that same drive, French connects for passing touchdown number 2. Bo Johnson hauls it in. 37-36, Georgia Southern takes the lead again. Then it was a race to the finish that the Broncos were going to win. 3 unanswered touchdowns in the 4th quarter from Boise State put this one too far out of reach for the Eagles. If you took the over on points, good on you. 101 combined, 56-45 the final score. Georgia Southern's offense found its stride, but the defense never settled in. It leads to a season-opening loss.
They came and played a really good game. I felt like offense played a hell of a game, and, you know, they scored points, and that's all we needed them to do. Defense, we got to be better. I take full accountability as the captain of this team and as the captain of the defense, and we will be better.
We have to walk in here tomorrow, big chest, big eyes, and clean up what is needed to clean up on all 3 phases. Not pouting, not sulking, but walking in here with our jaws set because we got a hard road trip across the country.
The biggest difference between the 2 clubs today was on the ground. The Broncos had 2 rushers go for more than 100. One of those, Jeanty, north of 250. On the other side, the Eagles' leading rusher was J.C. French, the quarterback, with 39. Total yards swayed in favor of Boise State. Outside of that, a very even game all around. Coach Helton alluded to that long trip coming up. The Eagles play their 2nd game next Saturday on the road at Nevada.